Welcome, everyone, to another Results Now webinar. This is Jeff Herring, your host, and guess what? We're broadcasting live from our virtual studios here north of Atlanta, Georgia, and our topic tonight is starting over. The 14 actions I'd take right away if I had to start over again today. And this, folks, is the summer edition. Why in the world is it the summer edition? Is this Christmas in July? Well, no. Here's the story. Every year, or in December, around December 20th, which is the anniversary of my first online event, a teleseminar, December 20th, 2006, I do an anniversary show and celebrate the anniversary of doing these things and helping so many folks and getting connected with so many folks. And every year I talk about what I would do if I had to start over again. And this year I did a really strange thing. I wrote it down, what I would do if I had to start over again. And oh my goodness, people just loved that list of 14 things. And I kind of felt like I'd written a hit song because of the response to it. And so I was thinking about it this weekend as I was doing some planning and thought, you know what? Why wait till December to do it again? So many people are asking about this. Let's do a summer edition. So I'm going to walk you through the 14 things I would do if I had to start over again. And then we're going to focus on 3 of them. I'm going to start with a quick story about how I went from a private practice marriage and family therapist to a leading online content marketing entrepreneur, and then the 14 actions I just mentioned, and then the big 3, the 3 things you've got to have. Listen, folks, out of those 14, the 3 things you've got to have to get profitable quickly, and how and why most online entrepreneurs get derailed right here before you even get started. Then I'm going to walk you through your next success steps, how to begin building those big 3 things right away with a special summer intensive program that we're having. So welcome to the webinar. I'm so glad you're here. And there's lots of places you could be because there's lots of these things out there. You've chosen to be here, and I always appreciate that. Now, a couple of announcements coming up. At the time of this webinar, this is tomorrow, this List Building Made Easy webinar. That's tomorrow. There's your link, jeffherring.com/list building and the number 1. Now, as you might imagine, there'll be some additional emails coming out reminding you about this, but you can go over there and sign up right now. And then the first few days of July, we're going to do our 2nd annual Celebrating Independence webinar week, the best webinars of 2015 all week long over the holidays. And there'll be information and links coming out for that. So, moving forward. Now, here is the why listen to me part that you know I keep short and don't go on and on and on like most people. That column down there is really what changed a lot for me and for everybody I get to work with. I get the privilege of working with, because having a weekly column in the newspaper when I was a private practice psychologist demonstrated to me that if you can show people and demonstrate to people how you approach their problems and how you solve their problems, and you can do that on a regular basis, it turns the whole marketing thing upside down. No longer are you having to pursue clients, they're pursuing you. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do the steps to that on this show. Up at the top, 4 people that are now friends and colleagues, were once mentors: Dan Kennedy, Lisa Sasevich, Alex Mendoza, and Tom Antion, all of whom I've done content marketing for behind the scenes, and or they use my stuff with themselves and their students. Now, you don't have to just take my word for it. Online version of Entrepreneur Magazine talks about why content marketing is the preferred marketing tool for today's entrepreneur. Now, here's the big picture. 5 simple steps to 6-figure success. This is my transformation process that I walk you through. I teach you through at different levels in what I do. Content creation, number 1, and then all the good stuff that comes from that. Online visibility, driving traffic, building your list, and creating information products that your folks run to and love. Now, if you're a beginner, I'm so glad you're here, so we can get you past the bad mistakes people usually make. If you're like most folks, you've been doing this a while and you're not yet making income you know you could, I'm really glad you're here because I love getting people past there. And hey, if you're an expert looking for a powerful edge, you are so in the right place. Now, again, here's what we're going to do. Quick story. about how I went from what I was doing to what I do now. Starting over, 14 actions to take immediately, the big 3 steps to rapid profit, and your next success steps, and of course, so much more, as always. Now, just like everything I do, this is going to have a couple sponsors. Okay, the first one is the Summer Cool Intensive, and what we're going to do with that is walk you through creating your system this summer so you can get to profit quickly. Okay? Cool stands for content, opt-ins, offers, and love your list and love your life. And that means at the end of this show, there is going to be an offer. Now, I want you to relax and not worry about that, because that offer is going to come, and I don't want you to feel obligated to invest in it unless and until I have shown you and completed all my promises I just made you. And I'll come to you in the Q&A and ask you if I have. And if you say yes, then I do want you to feel obligated to yourself, to invest in yourself and take this further. And we always have a charity sponsor, usually the Be Rich campaign, a local organization I'm part of. It's about doing more and giving more. It's not about getting rich, it's about being rich, realizing that we already are and doing it well. We partner with local organizations that are already doing stuff well, feeding people, clothing people, helping folks, and we raise money for them. This past weekend, Caleb, my 13-year-old, and I spent a few hours Sunday afternoon as part of the food drive we were doing. Over the weekend, I laugh at the generosity of this group. It's just stunning to me. We collected 50 tons. Yeah, 50 tons of food for folks that weren't going to eat otherwise. So every time I do one of these webinars, a portion of what comes in goes to that organization. So later on, when you invest in yourself, you're not only investing in yourself, you're investing in helping other people as well, which is kind of cool. So here's a little bit of webinar wisdom to get us started. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler, from my buddy Al Einstein. And that's what I'm doing with all 14 of these steps and the 3 big ones as well. All right, so a quick story. Now that chair is significant because in a chair similar to that one, in the lobby of the Hampton Inn in Alpharetta, Georgia, was a pretty important night, or early morning, where I made some decisions. See, what had happened was, I was a marriage and family therapist, full-time private practice. Column had blown up my practice, the column I wrote for the newspaper. Was playing on the internet, started a website in October of 2005, was well received, teaching some courses from it. Also got divorced in 2005, October, which is a little distracting, as some of you know. That was not a surprise. In many ways, it was a relief. What was a surprise was the kid's mom's decision to move up here with the boys. And I chose not to put them in the middle and fight it. So I had to find a way to get up here. And that forced me to get serious about online stuff. And so for the entire year of 2006 and the first month of 2007, I spent half a week in Tallahassee seeing a week's worth of clients in 3 days, then coming up here trying to get something going and seeing the kids. Well, December 23rd, 2006 found me driving up here because I had the boys on Christmas Eve. She had them on Christmas, and I had them the week after. And I realized that because I'd been funding my home, their home, and my practice for a year on a therapist salary, there was a few orders coming in from the internet, but they were going to be delayed by the holidays. And I realized I had enough money on hand to either stay in a hotel that night where I'd been staying and not do anything, be able to afford to do anything with the kids on Christmas Eve, or not stay in a hotel and be able to afford to do something with them. So I hung out in Starbucks for as long as they'd have me, working on my laptop, drove around for a while, tried to get the Wi-Fi out in the parking lot of the hotel where I'd been staying to work in the van all night and doze a bit. That didn't work, so I decided I'd sleep in the lobby. They knew me there, right? So I could get away with that. Sitting in a chair, dozing and working on a laptop. Middle of the morning, about 3 a.m., now it's early Christmas Eve. Feeling kind of sorry for myself. Mike Stewart, my buddy, who's a buddy now, was just an acquaintance then, sends out an annual Christmas Eve music video. And it just kind of, it was reassuring to me. I felt like God was going, okay, look, I know this sucks now, Jeff, but I got your back. Good things are coming. And right then and there, I decided that I was going to get so good at something online, I would never be in that situation again. And so from the time I went full-time online in February of 2007, I'm making about $500 a month. By doing what I want to show you tonight, I went from 500 a month to 20K a month in 3 months. Now, I'm not saying that'll happen for you. You might do better. You might do not as well, which either one would be cool. And so from there, you know, the story just grew and grew and grew, and I get the privilege of serving people just like you all over the world, helping you get your message out there. Okay, so that's how I got from one place to another. Now let's talk about those 14 big things, all right? I'm going to walk you through, in order, what I would do if I lost everything right now, and I just had a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection, which is how I started. The only thing I got in the divorce was a laptop, and built a high six-figure business with it. So first thing I would do is identify a specific niche, as specific as possible, because that way you get more hungry buyers. You cast too wide a net, the people aren't hungry. You cast a narrow net, the people are hungry, and there's plenty of them out there. Okay? There's more people out there waiting to hear your message just the way you convey it than you can ever get to in your lifetime. So number one would be choosing a specific niche. Number two would be going an inch wide and a mile deep into that niche. Now, what most people do, and we don't want to do what most people do because most people are broke, right? What most people do is they go an inch deep and a mile wide, trying different things and never going with it long enough to make it work. When you go an inch wide and a mile deep, some really beautiful things happen. Beautiful thing number one that happens is that you end up discovering things that have never been seen before. That's the definition of creativity. Seeing things that have always been there and looking at things that have always been there and seeing things that have never been seen before. So you discover things in your niche, and that begins to build you as a leader in your niche. And then you wind up creating things within your niche, which makes you the go-to person in your niche. You've got your own language, your own glossary. So a specific niche, going an inch wide and a mile deep, and then creating a compelling freebie or a compelling giveaway. A sample of what you do, a sample of what you deliver that gives people a taste of what you do when they join your list community. Okay? An example that I'll show you in a little while, mine would be the 3 mistakes content creation template that I give away when people join my list. Many of you on this webinar, probably hundreds of you on this webinar, came in that way. And then number 4, in order for them to get that compelling freebie, you got to have a magnetic opt-in page. So that's the next thing I would create, would be an opt-in page. It would not be a blog or a website. It would just be an opt-in page and a thank you page. And I'll show you some examples in just a little bit. Okay? That way, they're coming on board, signing up for your list. Now you got people to communicate with, chat with, serve. Okay? Now, the question becomes, well, how do they find that opt-in page? Well, you then dedicate yourself, or I would then dedicate myself if I was starting over again. And the cool thing about this is these 14 things I would do if I had to start over again, or the exact 14 things you and anybody else in any niche need to do to be successful online. Okay? I would start driving traffic to that opt-in page, and I would do it by doing this. Just as quick as I could, 25 articles, blog posts, 25 videos, 25 infographics, and 25 Kindle books. Now, 5, 6, and 7 you can do quickly. 8 would take a little longer, but you should still do it. I would still do it. All to drive traffic and build that list community. All right? So look what we've got so far. You've chosen a specific niche, committed yourself to going an inch wide and a mile deep. You created a compelling giveaway, an opt-in page for them to get the giveaway that builds your lists. And now you're driving traffic with articles, videos, infographics, and Kindle books. Step 9. Once you reach a 25-member list, then that's when you start marketing and caring for. You care for them from the beginning, but you start working with this list as if it's 2,500 or 25,000 when you've got 25 folks. You can make big profits from a small list. I've done it my entire career. I know many people that do. It's the quality of people that come in over the quantity of people that come in. And the quality is determined in large part by two things: how they're brought in, and content marketing, as opposed to traditional marketing, which goes out there and shouts, I'm great, I'm great, I'm great. Content marketing allows you to demonstrate what you do well, and it brings people in. Okay? And then when you take really good care of those people, they become highly responsive. So a small list can bring you great profits. Now, you've got all this going on, you're driving traffic, you've got this list. Now I would start doing something I've done now for 8.5 years. And that something is a weekly show. Back in 2007, it started as a teleseminar. I now do webinars. You can do podcasting, blog talk radio, Google Hangouts, whatever. This is designed to keep people in your community and make them loyal. Okay? Why do you think churches meet every Sunday? One of the reasons they meet weekly is to keep the herd in the herd. Okay? Online, you're doing it to serve those people. And when you do that, you build a following. You do that and you will build a following. It happened for me. It's happened for every one of my students that's done this. Do you have to do it weekly? No. You can do it every other week. I wouldn't do it less than that. Okay? It doesn't have to be an hour-long show. You can do a half hour, 45 minutes, whatever. It can be an 8-minute podcast. As long as people get to see on a regular basis how you approach their problems and how you solve their problems. And then after that, I would create an entry-level product, a deeper taste of what I do to offer these folks on a weekly show. Okay? An entry-level product is not the be-all and end-all. It's simply a taste of your first step in how you help people get their changes. Then after that, start doing joint ventures. The only thing I don't like about joint ventures is I didn't do them sooner. If I had been doing them sooner, I would probably have another zero behind my net worth. And I'll tell you the reason I didn't. I didn't think my stuff was good enough for years, even though people loved it and all that kind of stuff. So yes, even folks at my level have those insecurities, okay? People that tell you they don't are either delusional or they're lying, one or the other, okay? Now, I hear you out there saying, yeah, but I don't have a big converting product or a big list or whatever. Who's going to JV with me? Other people that have the same list size, okay? Come on now. Quit throwing out those limitations in front of you, okay? Find people with 25, 50, 100-member lists. You host a webinar for them, and then they host a webinar for you, and their folks are going to join your list. It's a beautiful thing, folks. Then create a signature course. After you've done a regular show for a while, you've got enough content and enough experience to do what I call a signature course. Mine would be the Content Marketing Cash Machine, where I take you through every one of those 5 steps that I showed you earlier: content creation, list building, online visibility, traffic generation, and product creation. Okay, so it's a higher investment, and I promise you, folks, people that take your entry-level course, your entry-level product, because you've given them a taste of success with the first step, they're going to want to know what the next steps are, so they're ready for your signature course, which leads directly, and I'm going to tell you a story about how, into step 14, which is the mentor program, where you are a mentor to a group of people, charging a higher price. I hear you again telling yourself that you can't do this. Cut that out, okay? You have expertise. People want to spend time learning it and with you. And in the mentor program, 3 things are different than an entry-level product, okay? You're going deeper into a body of material, a body of training. People are getting more access to you, and you're charging more, okay? My lowest level mentor program is $5,000 a year, okay? And I promise you, folks, people are going to want to do more with you. Now, an incredible thing happened summer of 2008. was coming back from a retreat at my mentor's house, Tom Antion, trying to make it from Virginia Beach to Atlanta, because I had a preview teleseminar to do for the Article Writing and Marketing Secrets course. Some of you remember that. Second time I'd done it that year, and I was in the hotel room setting up listening to the replay of the one I'd done before, making sure I covered everything. And you know how, like later on tonight on this show, when people come on board, I'll be welcoming you and calling your name out. Can't wait to do that. And I was listening to myself do this on a previous preview call, and I called out 3 names in a row. Congratulations to blah, 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 and blah, blah. And I stopped dead in my tracks in that hotel room where I was walking around, because every single one of those 3 people were in my mentor program. And then I finally ran the numbers. A third of the people that took my signature course ended up in my $5,000 mentor program. Nice statistics. People that take your signature course are going to want to go further with you. So those are the 14 steps that I would do just as fast as I possibly could if I had to start over right now. Now, let me show you the 3 most important ones. Don't mishear me. All of them are important, but there's 3 that are crucial. And those 3 crucial ones are in green. Number 3, number 4, number 11. A compelling freebie or giveaway, a magnetic opt-in page, and an entry-level product. So let's look at these a little closer. So you offer them a compelling giveaway in your content, in your video, in your blog post, in your article, in your whatever, webinar, teleseminar, podcast, whatever. Okay? You'd send them to this page, their magnetic opt-in page. They opt in. Now, there are strategies and secrets to each one of these things that I go deep with you on. But once they've opted in and you start following up with them, you're going to offer them your entry-level profitable info product. This is the rapid path to cash, to making money online and making a profit with this and showing all those people that said you couldn't that in fact you can, which by the way is a darn good feeling. Okay, so compelling giveaway, magnetic opt-in page, profitable info product. Now let me show you some examples of giveaways and opt-in pages. The first one is here. Free content creation template, look over my shoulder video. All right, so they're going to get, here you're going to get the 3 mistakes content creation template. Okay, now let me make this a little smaller so you can see the whole thing. There we go. That's the whole thing. Now, what's important to note is every color, every bold heading, every check mark, every graphic, every word is intentional because they've all been tested to pull the best. Okay? That's what we're going to be doing in the Summer Cool Intensive is doing that for you and doing that with you so you can get people coming to pages and get the high opt-in rates I do. All right? Now, this is one form for one opt-in. And you come over here, you hit download now, and you download it. It's a beautiful thing. All right? Now, what's interesting about this is in all my opt-ins, I split test them and keep trying to get them better and better. Because even 1% better, you're going to get more opt-ins and therefore make more money. Now I'm going to show you one that's for a different opt-in, but there is a version of this opt-in in this exact form. Okay? And all this is a picture from the top of Blood Mountain and the Appalachian Trail up here north of me where I go hiking a lot with the dogs and kids and other folks. And it's talking about the 5 videos you're going to get. This is a really great way to do an opt-in. Just 5 short little videos, 5 minutes or less, giving them a skill. Each video is mercifully brief, blah, 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 blah. Download the free video series. Now, there's also a version of this for the 3 mistakes template. Amazingly, from the split testing I've done, you would think this one with more information and just all that's here would convert better. Actually, the 3 mistakes version of this one converts better. It's amazing to me. It just does. Okay? So I'm always split testing. We'll do that for you too if you're part of the Summer Cool Intensive or when you're part of the Summer Cool Intensive. So there's an example of one opt-in page, an example of another opt-in page. Now, giving away a compelling freebie. Now, here is an example of an entry-level product. Right? In '06, when I first launched these templates, they sold for $37. They now sell for $197 because we just keep improving them. We're in version 5.0 now. Okay, it's a $197 entry-level product. And just a little tip here, what you're getting here, you get a sample of right here. The 3 mistakes is one of these 21 templates. So you want your giveaway to be a sample of the product, so they've sampled it and they want more. Okay? And this is a simple sales page that just does, here's what I've got for you. Here's what this will do for you. Here's what you want to do next. Now you can go look at this later by going to Profitable Content Creation and just study it as a very simple and powerful sales page. Here's what I've got for you. Here's what it'll do for you. Here's what you want to do next. All right, so what we just did was we went from these big or these important 14 first steps, right? And then I identified for you the top 3, the most critical ones: a compelling freebie, a magnetic opt-in page, an entry-level product, and then I showed you examples of them. Now, I want you to imagine having this set up for you. Okay, you've got a compelling giveaway, you've got an opt-in page that's converting, and you've got an entry-level product, and you're driving traffic to these pages. And then as you follow up, people are buying this entry-level product. This is the fastest way to cash online. This is the rapid cash approach. Okay, I just came up with that term, and I'm writing it down: rapid cash approach. Okay, that's what you want, and that's what everybody at my level does over and over and over again. Okay, so I told the story about how I got from where I was to where I am. I showed you these 14 things. Then I lifted out the 3 most critical ones and how you do it. And that brings me to a very important question that I always ask you before I go into your next success steps and continue to teach you stuff. Have I delivered? Yay or nay in the Q&A. All right. Thank you for those yays. Yep, yay, as always. Bring it on, Jeff. Teach us some more. Cool. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right. Now, when I put this show together for you, I had a couple choices. And I just want to walk you through them to give you the thinking behind this for when you do this. One, I can give you this great show, show you what to do, tell you what to do, and say, go, good luck, go do it. Let me know how it works out. Or I could create something, some continuing education, a really special offer for you to help you through the next success steps. And you guys have been asking for this around those 14 things. And this is the beginning part of it, okay? You might have guessed by now I went with choice 2 and took it from complicated to simple. So much of this is made complicated online, and it pisses me off. Everything should be made as simple as possible, yet no simpler, okay? And I see people charging too much for stuff too. So I like to take it from expensive to affordable. And that's really a strategy for long-term success and wealth with your customers. Yeah, I could charge $2,000 or $5,000 for this. It's actually worth it. But I won't, because I want to make it within reach and take it from expensive to affordable. So we're together improving your life for the rest of our lives together, okay? So what I want to introduce to you is the Summer Cool Intensive, creating your profitable system together. And again, COOL stands for Content, Opt-ins, Offers, and Loving Your List and Your Life. That's the internet broken down into the simplest form, okay? You have content in the form of blog posts, articles, videos, infographics, social media, et cetera, teleseminars, webinars, driving people to an opt-in. And then once they're on your list, you follow up with offers. You take great care of folks, follow up with offers. You love your list and you love your life. It's a beautiful thing. Now, here's 7 reasons to join this Summer Cool Intensive today, and there are 3 places left. Okay, so when you realize this is for you, you need to jump on it. Okay, this is a done with you and done for you hybrid, and it's done by someone who's been creating these 3 things daily for over 8 years now. You get your compelling giveaway, you get your magnetic opt-in page, and you create your profitable info product. Okay, and here's what's really, really cool. I could do this for you and then send you on your way, and you'd have to come back to me for the next one. Now, with the done with you portion of our intensive, you're going to be learning skills that you can use for the rest of your life and use over and over again. We're going to do it with group webinar training on the strategies and psychology of each of these elements, and then extensive individual time as we build your cool system together. Some of it I will do for you, some of it we will do together. Okay? Now, I want you to imagine all of this complete with the list you'll build in your profits and how it will be a month from now when this is done and up and running for you, and all the good stuff that'll be coming around. Plus, we'll have a members area where you can watch the trainings over and over again, as well as additional trainings. Okay, now listen, seriously, I've researched this. Other courses like this, other intensives like this, they take a year and charge you $5,000 to $10,000, and they just don't work as well as what we're going to do together, right? So, at Summer Cool Intensive, you can get everything for only $14.97. But you know what I do, right? You guys always want a better deal, right? So, it's coming. But first, you guys got to give me the go-ahead by shouting as loud as you can in the Q&A, Jeff, move that slide. If you want to turn it into an acronym, just say MTS. Move that slide, Jeff. And get ready to come on board. Move that slide, MTS. Move that slide, damn it. Okay, well, you really want me to move forward? All right, sound like you really are into this notion. So here we go. Taking $500 off as a webinar special. You get all of this for only $9.97 at summercoolintensive.com. When you go to that page and you click on the Let's Do It, Jeff button, you'll get a choice. You can do one investment of $9.97 or 2 investments of $5.22. Okay? So I'll finance it for you if we need to do that. Now, why start this today? You're going to get the compelling giveaway, the magnetic opt-in page, and the profitable info product. Tonight, you will get your first assignment of what to do to get started. So you'll begin tonight, and then we'll be meeting on the phone in the coming days. And this thing will get up for you. I'm calling it a summer intensive. We got 2 months left of summer. It won't take that long to put it together. Okay? Summer Cool Intensive. You want to go? You're getting all of this stuff for 2 payments of $5.22 or 1 payment of $9.97. Now, let me tell you the 3 extra bonuses you're getting for doing this on a webinar. And the first one, now I'm going to save that for last, okay? What I'm going to do, since we're talking about opt-in pages and building a list and creating an information product, I'm going to throw in, as bonuses, my $197 profitable list building course, where we take you through the 5 steps to build a highly responsive list. And you're going to get my $197 course, profitable product creation, that shows you how to create info products and use a backstage pass to get people to pay you to create your info products. I do that with everything I create, have for years. I show you how in that course. Okay, both of those, and we're going to be doing this hands-on, you and I on the phone and in groups on webinars. But I want you to have these 2 courses as supplemental. So that's the $400 value that you get as a bonus. So really now you're paying $600 to get all this training. Now, here's the really cool thing that no one else in my industry does. I've never seen this done before. If it's been done, I just don't know about it, okay? So do you guys want to know the super cool, worth 10 times your investment bonus? Yay or nay, please, in the Q&A. All right, thank you for all those yays. We will put this system together, okay? And I'm serious about this. Get ready. I will mail my list for you, sending them to your opt-in page so you can grow your list from my list community of highly responsive, well-cared-for people, and you can offer them your entry-level info product, and you can do it with your link. I do not want an affiliate link. I am not looking for affiliate commissions here. I'm looking to build your list and get the cash flowing for you. So I will mail your list. I'm sorry, I'll mail your list. Yeah, right. Let me get some water here. I will mail my list for you when this is ready, so you can build your list for mine and offer people on my list your information product. Okay? That's worth 10 times the investment here, and no one else does it online. So you get that, you get these 2 courses, you get the webinars teaching you how to do these things, and you get you and I on the phone together, putting this stuff together. Your compelling freebie, it's a sample of your entry-level product. We'll put together your magnetic opt-in page, and we'll put together your entry-level info product. You and I together with my extensive expertise and all of this. Okay, so that is the show. That is the offer. Somebody's asking, what if you've purchased your previous products already? Well, they're bonuses, okay? So really I could just say, well, okay, thank you for doing that, but it's still worth way more than the investment I'm asking for. But what I will do, which again, nobody else does because I take really good care of my list, we'll work out some other bonuses, maybe some other consulting, maybe some other stuff, okay? But we'll work out $400 worth of bonuses when you come on board. But I'm telling you, at the start of this show, there were 3 left. Because I'm only doing this with 10 people because of the service delivery involved. So if this is something that you know is for you, you need to get over to Summer Cool Intensive quickly and make your choice. Either one payment of $9.97, which saves you about $40, $45, maybe 50, or you can split it into 2 payments of $5.22, and you will get your first assignment this evening. Okay? So if there are any other questions, now is the time to ask them, because we are in the home stretch here of this show. And I appreciate you being here. A lot of places you could have been. A lot of webinars out there, a lot of trainings out there. I'm always honored, respectful, and appreciative of you choosing to spend it with me. Now I'm going to invite you to go get this stuff at summercoolintensive.com. And I'm going to invite you to go use this stuff because it flat out works. This will build your system and get you on the rapid road to cash and get your cash flow going. And there'll be more to do after that, but this is just to jumpstart you, get it up, get it going. Thank you for that comment. You are awesome, Jeff. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome, and I want to make the summer awesome for you by getting this going. Okay, so go get this stuff at summercoolintensive.com. And as always, go use this stuff because it flat out works. I'm going to put some smooth jazz on in the background and leave this up a while for you so you can come on board. Congratulations to the 1 person who's come on board already. That leaves 2 slots left. So come on, folks. If this is for you, get on board. Go get this stuff at summercoolintensive.com and go use this stuff because it flat out works, and we will catch you next time.